Hi guys, blackendrose here, back with another part for Amnesia, a machine for pigs. Now then, I've been seeing flashes of a creature. Oh no, I saw something move then.
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
Shame I don't. Okay. Down the stairs, I suppose. This machine is colossal, oh my god.
Hold still, for God's sake, hold still, child. Don't let it get into your eyes. I'm gonna rinse it out now. There. It will be fine, you just need to lie down. Enoch, look to your brother. How many times have I told you not to play in the cellar?
I told you he'd come.
What the heck? What is that? It looks like a vault.
Extraordinary, quite extraordinary. And you built it all. Good God, man, you have been busy.
It is wonderful how tragedy focuses the mind. What else was I to do? Fall into grief, pine and fade in my hopelessness? Why not then simply die in that jungle amongst those dead temples?
The light just opened. Okay. So I've got to work this thing out. Okay, so oh, it's like an airlock. Or decontamination. No, I think it's an airlock. Yeah, it's an old age airlock. It must have adjusted the pressure for the next room. Impressive. Very impressive. Nice work, Amnesia, guys. Okay, let's see what we got. This is where my understanding leaves me. I've seen a bit of Machine for Pigs so far, but I've not seen this far. I didn't want to see this far until I got here. Flood breach, emergency shutdown place. Right, okay. Can't get through there. Right, so it must be this way. A copy for the family. Right, let's see what we got. Phone's going again. All the suggestions of a large workforce, yet no actual signs of life. It is every bit as if someone has attempted to carefully create the illusion of a working factory complex. It is facade, when examined closely, is clearly just a falsification. But I must put aside my anxieties, quell the unease that pits my stomach, and continue on my path.
I have such visions to share with thee, if my jaw be unshackled and you harvest the crust from my eyes.
What the?
Make me clean, Mandus, that my thoughts and words can unfouled be.
That almost makes him sound like he is the machine. The way he talks there. Oh my god, another pig mask. I'm guessing they're going to appear everywhere. Out of the way, chair. Aha! But then, what if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brutes were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own god? I have seen these things, I will tell you now. No, they will not. But they will happily accept fealty to a god thrust upon them, and worship it thus given. In this I realise that they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. Once this irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we cut the man. In order to cross that great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. Painted with blood, I assume. Oh, hello. Right, there's a door over here as well. That's just wrong. Jesus, that sound is loud. Whoa! Jesus Christ, what is wrong with this guy? Why are there teeth in there? In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me it seems folly, but perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories. They are compacted into the very loom beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talked of this. They talked of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels criss-crossing the capital. What palaces lie buried beneath us. We are digging, excavating, and reappropriating what we find. At the centre of the planet, my architect tells me there is a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. The egg of the world? Could that have been reference to the stone egg? God knows. At this point, it's all gotten very weird. Right, so that opens. That leads outside. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry, using low levels of laudanum derivative in feed to subdue the product, even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept quite lit to maintain good spirits, and we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means that we can use music to further soothe the product. We find Debussy particularly effective in this regard. My God, what were they doing? It sounded like they were feeding people into their machine. Warning, fueling pumps. Volatile chemicals are in use. Materials are highly corrosive. Wear protection. I don't have a condom. And that was a very bad joke. I apologise for that. That's a lot of pigs. Oh, piggy! Pig ass. Pig butt. I know it sounds cruel, but I feel a little bit better if it was the idea of pigs, since pigs are already being slaughtered, and that one's still moving! He's doing the jiggy! Am I going to get hounded by a giant pig or something? So long have they been slaughtered for meat, and now they want their revenge. Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might think like a man. As if this is to be desired, one might almost boast of creating a man who breeds like a pig, men and women upon all fours, rutting carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets. Alleys and gutters running free with the careless spill of their conjoinings. air thick with the whimperings of lust, bodies streaked with their own emissions. My God, we have created a world where man is so utterly debased he will spray his seed over passers-by, and yet this is the condition Babbage aspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornicate with it. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage, as I reject these men of government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. That was very graphical. Right, that one don't open. That one stopped moving. Oh no, he's moving again. That's only because I grabbed him. Alright. Right, that's locked. I hear that. Locked. So let's head back. Nothing. That just looks suspicious to me. Something doesn't look right here. Alright, let's go back to the pig room. There's a pathway out there, so maybe I need to get up there somehow. That's a lot of pigs. I heard something. It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I have seen automobiles demonstrated at Mr. Yarman and Mr. Simmons' works, but the smell here is all wrong. This is not petroleum, of that I am sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. Do I need to put something there? I need to put something there, maybe like a bucket or something. So maybe there's a bucket somewhere. Ah! It looks like I can go out this way. Oh, well, this leads outside. Alright, well. I've done very well on the outside since Amnesia was never really outside much. Whoa, nice effects! Well done, fictional games. The church is connected to the plant. How odd! However, it does suggest another route into the main part of the facility. Given the locked doors around the fueling station, the truck blocks my way, however, almost as if the saboteur knew that I might consider this alternative entrance. So is someone trying to stop me? Delivery schedule. How in blazes are we supposed to beat these damn schedules? Even if the basic equipment we are provided with simply will not perform its designated function. These cursed newfangled trucks will only run a fraction of the distance of my old nag managed before running out of stinking gasoline. The gaffer says it's fine, and there's plenty of pumps to refill them outside the factory walls. But you end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it, and the one in the storeroom is empty again. You can't be turning that crank handle all day to find the tank is empty. Well, sod it, says I. Enough for a night. and to my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs to access the bleeding graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Damson Templar for a jar. So I somehow need to refill this thing.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
Yeah, so I need to move that somehow. Alright, so what's inside here? That's creepy. That's even more creepy. What the hell is that? My flashlight seemed to go funny when I saw that. This canister looks like as if it may fit the fuel pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same fetid, unholy reek. I will not think of that much which I saw pass me in its cage. I will not gaze again into that dark machine room. A more immediate task presents itself, and the opportunity perhaps to gain access. Okay. So, I'm guessing I have to carry this thing over to the fuel pump that I saw earlier. Let's drop you for the moment. Just have a quick look around. Okay, good. That sound is starting to worry me. Really building up to something. Whoa! What the hell was that? Holy crap! Dear sweet Lord of all that is good and holy, I must make my escape. Grasp this container and its putrid contents and flee this place before the creature that nearly man returns. I will head for the church. Surely that such an abomination cannot follow me onto hallowed grounds. My God. Thing scared the bejeebus out of me. I don't know where I'll put that thing. I don't really much care. I just want this thing out of the way. How do I get it out of the way? How do I start this thing? Question, how do I start this thing? Never started one of these things before. Ah, right. Oh, great, a graveyard. That's all I need.
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
Okay, I think we've got our first look at this enter her porcelain thighs. Oh my god, what were you doing? You filthy man. We sat here, I remember. We sat in our black, and we mourned and we prayed, and we bowed our heads. How I hated God then. How I spurned him. If this is our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, then I refute his embrace. I will carve a new God for us all. Such madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here, I feel the machine throb beneath the flags, and I know my path awaits me. Did this guy go nutso crazy after his wife died, and then he built the machine to be like a new god, and he's done something that he wants to forget? Okay, that leads up. As does that. So does this. No, this leads here. Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting their light to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremiah, I thought, could be trusted with the secret, but he is like all the others. So the old priest has gone to the holding pens with his flock. He says he will enter into our world with them. A shepherd indeed. Well, it doesn't surprise me he's got a Bible. There's nothing there. Out of the way, chair. Squeak! Let's see what's up, shall we? Only a little more. Oh, this clip's starting to run a little bit. I'm just getting so into this.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lamed hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
What the hell? What's with the pigs? Is this machine for pigs a basis of a whole religion? Can't open it. Right, it does not want to move. Somehow I've got to open that up by the looks of it. Probably feed some coal into it. God, that was creepy. There's two doors. They flock to us now, where once I had to walk amongst them, to bring salvation into their lives. Now drawn by the warmth in winter, by the food that Mandas distributes, my church is full, and my charges are saved. He walks amongst them, and they almost worship him. He will not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workforce are specially trained for the new machinery he uses, and that it would be irresponsible, nay, unethical to risk such precious lives as he sees here. A changed man since Mexico. It is to be praised that in the face of such appalling tragedy, and from the confines of his sickbed, as he now is often chained to, he conducts one of the greatest and most benevolent charities in all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant food produce business in the land, he distributes his goodwill, his fares to the poor, and they congregate about his kingdom in gratitude. Possibly to then be fed into his machines. What's down here? Oh, I came from down here. Okay, so I'm inside. That's the way out, which I cannot leave. So, where to? Obviously that machine is relevant somehow. And I must feed into it somehow. That's already been used. That does not open. It all leads into here. Pigs again. Everywhere reference to pigs. This guy's got a real pig issue. Even this bear makes me think pig. Just by the way it looks, it almost looks a bit pig-like. Pigs here, pigs there, pigs bloody everywhere. Huh? What am I doing? Some kind of mechanism. A secret and infernal one, no doubt. The missing candlestick is clearly the answer. But why? This I cannot fathom. Why hide secret machines in a place of prayer? Where are the faithful? Why are there drag marks about the altar, as if someone was pulled away? Probably because someone was. So there's a missing candlestick somewhere. Right, I still cannot open that. Okay, I'm going to end this part here now. It's gone on longer than I'd hoped for, but still, I've got to find this candlestick at some point, and I will have to do that in the next part. So, thank you guys for watching me. This is Amnesia Machine for Pigs. Loving this so much at the moment. I'm blackendrose, and I will see you in my next clip. Take care, guys.